All right. Hello, Gun Highs. Nice to see you. Alrighty. Today's the day, I think. I'm at level 99. Today's the day. Making this thing happen. Nice to see you. Yes, nice to see you as well. I am doing well. I got a stuffy nose, but other than that, it's one of those stuffy noses that's just like on one side of your nose. So annoying. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. Could always be so much worse. Could always be so much worse. Catching a cold for a man is a sentence. Man cold. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel bad. That's the thing. I don't feel bad, but it's just the what is it? It's just the annoyance, right? Hello, Kajani. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know the feeling. Got stuffy nose all my life. I'm allergic and asthmatic. Yeah, I was asthmatic as a kid. I haven't had much trouble with asthma as an adult. But definitely allergies. Me and my son both. Me and my oldest son, we get our asses kicked every fall by allergies. Every fall. It's awful. Mild allergies, birch and hay. It's the grasses that do it for me. It's ragweed, particularly, is the one that really sets my allergies off. Which is, it's so weird that humans have allergies to plants, right? It's like, god dang, we've been on this planet for how many years and we haven't, our bodies didn't, you know, it's like, what the fuck? What cruel, evil joke is this? Oh. Let's see, created at field that stores the data the message was created in order to avoid accidentally altering change the create at field from public to private. There we go. Nowadays, allergies is mostly because of stuff that they get in our food, all the chicken antibiotics and other shit. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but as you said, we've been on Earth for so long. Yeah, I've never had anybody explain to me like the origin of my allergies, but I've just always struggled with them since I was a, you know, probably a teenager. Probably, I don't remember it that much as a kid, but given how much my oldest son has struggled with it, I've probably also struggled with it as a kid. But yeah, no one's ever really sat down and explained to me like, how is it that my body could hate a plant that's probably been here as long as humanity's been here, right? I'm sure there's some environmental explanation, right? Add static properties. The increase in allergies has come from living in cities nowhere near nature. The non-exposure leads to weakness. If I have a kid, they can crawl in mud, play in the rain, cut puddles. Really interesting. I've never had anybody attribute it to that. But yeah, definitely let your kids play outside for sure. Update the message constructor to increment the total number of messages. Okay. Ah. Alrighty, what you'll do after you'll become Archmage? Leak code? No leak code. No leak code. Leak code's not, the leak code grind is not for me. I've got some ideas for some projects I think I want to work on. Particularly, I want to work on things around the app protocol, which is what Blue Sky's built on. I'd like to build, well, first and foremost, I'd like to set up my own personal data server. So I need to migrate all my atmosphere data from the PDS that's hosted on Blue Sky to my own that's self-hosted. And then I want to build a chat client for this website called stream.place, which that I've been using to stream to, so I can integrate the chat from that location into my term chat app. I have an idea for an app called Hindsight to track predictions that people make on the internet and follow up on those predictions. Yeah, I've got several ideas I'd like to kind of hack on stream, so we'll probably do that. Code Wars would be fun. I like Code Wars more than Leak Code. Opinions on GTA 6 leak? Crazy. Yeah. I hope GTA 6 lives up to all the long anticipation. All right, why are you complaining? Whoops. Huh. We have our static properties. Maybe we need to initialize them. There we go. Okay. Add a setter for phone number that checks if the number is exactly 10 digits. If it's valid, sets the internal phone number property. If not, throw a error with the message invalid phone number. add a getter for phone number so that it returns the phone number in this formatted style. Okay, let's add a private phone number, and we will do getter at do the validation here. Thanks for hanging out, Gun Eyes. Have a good day, man. Appreciate you chilling. Steven, can we get a counter somewhere of the total number of viewers? I think that could be interesting. Let me see. Do they have... I don't keep anything here locally. Let me see. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be less than like 5 people most days. My viewership is tiny, tiny. I think Meld Studio might have something like that. Let me look. Widgets. Let's see. Meld Studio viewer count. I don't think that's what we want. Activity widget. No. Yeah, we might have to build something, I guess, if we wanted to display that, because I don't see goals. Yeah, I don't see anything existing. So yeah, I can look into that for sure. Well, they have a new screen drawing tool. That's cool. Add screenshot. Okay, that's cool. How's that work? Huh. Well, I guess I don't really need it myself, though, because I have my own tool. I can draw on the screen all I want. But yes, I think the viewer count would be interesting, but it would probably just make me realize how few people actually attend these things and how much time I spend doing them. Okay, if value dot length does not equal 10, throw new error. Invalid phone number. Okay, and then we need to format the number. So this is going to be, let's see, this is going to be forget which methods to use for this. The view count was bigger, but YouTube changed the algorithm, and in YouTube Shorts pop up way less than usual. This is a video, not a short stream, but still a person's live watchers went from 60-ish to 3. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's okay. I mean, I don't really terribly worry too much about the numbers myself. I usually just try, you know, I mostly just focus on if I feel like streaming and I'm having fun streaming, then I do it. If I don't, then I don't. You know what I mean? Oh, the stuffy nose. Okay, so we'll do slice. We want from 0 to 3. Then we want slice from 3. 3. So we want 3, 4, 5. I think that's up to 6. Then we want this dot six to 9. No, 6 to 10. Unexpected token, line 14. I'm writing JavaScript like Go. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, creating for just yourself and people that you want. I mean, you're as the person who's creating, right? You're totally entitled to share it with who you want, you know? Automatically return formatted. Success. Okay, create 2 new classes, SMS sender. Okay, class SMS sender. What should it do? They should override the send method. Okay, so we need recipient. And we're gonna call super, pass that through. Same thing here. Okay, and then we're going to override. So we'll say send message, console.log. Sending SMS to recipient. It's usually travel or garage content. Nice. I love that. Okay, they've decided that sender subclasses should only be responsible for formatting the message. Should have a format that calls the base sender's format message, but appends either SMS or email to the end of the message. Okay. Oops. So we should do return. Have you ever thought of getting a guest on the stream? Yeah, I think that'd be fun. But the problem is, I'd have to get somebody that's probably in a different time zone than me, because 4:15 a.m. would be pretty early for a U.S. citizen to come on the stream. But yeah, I think that would be fun to have people on. I think it'd be fun to have guests or like people come on the stream and teach me things that I don't know anything about, you know? Like people who are experts at some technology or have more experience with something than I do. Give me like a tutorial or a rundown on it. Use object.create to create a new system notification object that inherits its prototype from notification. Write a new method for system notification called broadcast that takes a single message string as an input and returns. Okay. So we want to do const system notification equals object.create notification. Then we want to do system notification dot broadcast equals a function. Just takes a message. Broadcast to all users. Message. Okay. Nice, nice. Break time. I like how it says 5 people are on the stream on YouTube, but I'm the only one commenting. I think that viewer count's bullshit. It could be bullshit, or it could just be people lurking. I mean, I lurk in a lot of streams I hang out in too, so sometimes I just want to hang out and enjoy the vibes, you know? Which is mostly what my stream is about, because I'm not doing anything particularly interesting or groundbreaking. So it's mostly a vibes-based stream. You could say I'm a vibe streamer. Just a nice, safe, cozy place where people can hang out and do their work and listen to me yap and crash out about code that I can't figure out. Oh, whoops, I forgot to... I'm gonna move around a little bit. That helps usually with my stuffy nose. Well, you're always welcome to comment here, Kajani. We got you, man. Hello, Fanberg. We call it dinosaur coding. That's hilarious. Hello, Yashkin Code. Good morning. I kind of like that, dinosaur coding. That's even more fun than trad coding. Twitch chat exploded all of a sudden. Yeah, hey Dota, what's up? Real trad coding is assembly and books, none of this Google stuff. So that means dinosaur coding would be Vim, a command line, and no documentation whatsoever. Should return false for wrong admin type. Should return false for indirect admin type. Modern coding is laying in your bed with your eyes closed with your whisper talking to your agents. You don't even look at the product. You asked the agent about it? Yes. No reading the code. I write my code in a notebook with a quill, ink. Y'all a bunch of LARPs. That's so funny, dude. Okay. All right, so what are we passing here when I'm failing? We have admin should return false for wrong admin-like prototype. Should return false for indirect admin dissent. You might think that using creates properties from parent object to child object. I'm stepped on this one. Ah, okay. Now I understand. Woohoo! A wise man once said, "Automate the automation." Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the whole idea behind the software factory, right? But I think the problem with the software factory, at least in today's world, is that it is too optimized for throughput at the moment without any consideration for other factors, variables, outputs, inputs. It's like building, it's like the software factories that are being built today are like akin to like the Gilded Age of the Industrial Revolution. In 6 years, we'll be able to beam our thoughts directly to Elon, even better than directly to agents. Oh man, what a nightmarish world you all describe, man. I'm not excited about any of the futures you guys are describing. Let's see, 4, let I, 0. I is less than number of messages. So we need to do total equals 1 plus I divided by there we go. What we need to do is automate hair loss research and fix this inequality. Yeah. Although I'm okay with going bald. You know, if you go bald, you go bald. What are you going to do? 12 years and they will read our thoughts without asking the scraper bots to get our thought data to advertise flamingos to us. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope none of this comes true because this all sounds like stuff out of Black Mirror. Each message sent costs 1.0, where 1, okay. Use break to exit the loop when total cost plus the cost of the current message exceeds the budget. Return the count of messages that can be sent within the budget, okay. 4, you can omit the loop condition in a for loop to create an intentional infinite loop, then use break to exit, okay. 4, let I don't think I've ever written a for loop like that before, ever in my life in JavaScript. Okay, so we'll do if total cost is greater than budget, we need to break. Otherwise, we'll increment the count. And then we'll do total equals 1 plus I times 0.01. Then we'll return count. Like that. Unexpected token, where? 21. No, 5. Line 5. Oh, yeah. Total is not, oh, yeah, total cost. Expected 5 to equal 4, expected 10 to equal 9. So why are we stopping at 4? If total cost is greater than budget, Oh, what? Use break to exit the loop when the total cost plus the cost of the current message exceeds the budget. Okay. So let's do let current cost equal this. Hey Victor, how are you, man? Can't wait until I get my Apple Watch. Nice, nice. I've liked my Apple Watch. It's old, but it serves me well. There we go. We need to print primes, okay? I'm going to break the fourth wall and not even pretend this assignment has anything to do with text.io. The prime checking logic is mapped out below. Focus on using continue and break in the right spots. Complete the print primes function. It should return all the prime numbers up to and including max. It should skip any numbers that are not prime. We skip even numbers because they can't be prime. We only check up to the square root of n. A factor higher than the square root of n must multiply with a factor lower than the square root of n, meaning it has no chance of multiplying evenly into n. In your code, you can set the stop condition as I times I is less than or equal to n. We start checking at 2 because 1 is not prime, so don't print it. Okay. So we will do for let I equal 0. We need to start at 2, right? So while I is less than, or I times I is less than in increment I. Then we do if I mod 2 does not equal 0, console.log I. Unexpected token, line 3. I keep writing if statements like I'm writing Go code. N is not defined. This should be max. Okay, prime's up to 30. Okay, so we're not getting what we need. For n from 2 to max, less than or equal. If n is 2, we skip it. Okay. If n is even, yeah. This would be is even. Continue. For I from 3 the square root of n in steps 2. If I can be evenly divisible by, or if n can be evenly divisible by I, so this would be this would be if max mod I or mod j. Right. Have I streamed Rust yet? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we learned Rust like January, into December, January of last year. We went through Rustlings and the Rust book. I think we did January and February with Rust. I'm gonna do Rust for Advent of Code this year. I'm pretty sure. Surely there'll be yeah, I guess. I mean, it's possible. It's possible if more and more people do rewrite stuff to Rust, maybe that increases the number of jobs available. It's a fun language, I think, to learn, just to kind of understand that approach to memory management. It's also wicked fast once it's compiled, but it takes a long time to compile, that's for sure. But it is fun. It's fun learning different programming languages. I always feel like I come away from learning a language with different thoughts, different opinions. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 7. Oh, so this, we should be printing this console. Two, 3, 5, 7, 9. I don't think I'm doing this right. You thought you were thinking we were talking about the Rust game? When do we get Steven gaming? I don't know, man. Gaming's kind of weird to do early in the morning, but maybe some nighttime streams would be good. Okay, is even. Mod 2. How far did you get with it in a month? Well, I did it for, it was more than a month. Let's see. It was like 2 or 3 months, I think. We did the Rust programming language book, and then we also did the Rustlings exercise. And it was fun. I mean, I've used it too since then. Like the Pomodoro timer is written in Rust. So I've used it actually to build some stuff, and it's been fun. Let's see if I can find that playlist. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe it was a month. Huh, man, it felt a lot longer than a month. I tell you what, that's 28. It looks like it was 28 streams. I don't know if those were all consecutive, but yeah, it was good. We went through Rustlings, this thing, and then we also did the Rust book. Yeah, we did these two, and they were both good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm definitely not an expert by any means, but I feel more comfortable than not, I guess you would say. Better question, what games do I play? So I play a lot of like AAA titles like Call of Duty, Fortnite, the Assassin's Creed games. I really enjoyed those. I'd like to play, I haven't played it much, but I'd like to play through the entire game. The Hogwarts Legacy game, I'd like to play through that. Minecraft is fun. I've never beat Minecraft in survival mode before, so I'd like to try that at some point in my life. Yeah. Excuse me. For I, from 3 to the square root of n inclusive in steps 2, if n can be evenly... Oh, I think this should probably be... that. There we go. Ah, fuck you. Which ones did we fail on? I don't know. Primes up to 30. Oh, you know what? This not should be max. This should be I. We'll just make it clear what we're checking for there. There we go. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Open chest. Hey, what's up, Larzanya? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate it. We charge more money for each consecutive text sent because we're a greedy sass. Don't judge. There's a bug in the code. The while loop responsible for accumulating the total cost should keep running until the balance runs out. While balance is greater than what? Oh no, while balance maybe is, yeah, is greater than. Max cost in pennies minus actual cost in pennies. Greater than 0, maybe? Basically, until we run out. There we go. Print matching properties. Okay, complete the print matching. It should if a key in the object starts with a given search term, it should print the key / value in this format. Huh. So for key in message log, console.log key. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm never going to be able to write JavaScript again after so much. So then we want to check to see if key or if search term in key. Console.log key. See, I just did it again. You got to put parentheses around your stuff in JavaScript. Okay, we can't use the in operator there. So how do you want me to check? Oh, you can use string.prototype.starts with to check if a string starts with a given substring. Okay. Console.log. Found. This will be key. And the arrow to message log at key. Oh my gosh, dude. Why do I always have to look down to type that character? Okay. Keep a record of messages that have been successfully sent. Your task is to manage this message history used through an array. Fine. Push the string welcome to text.io into the array. Create an empty array. Okay. Const. Sent messages equals this. Create an array push. So we do sent messages push. Welcome to text.io. Log array. There we go. Can you do this too now? I think you can do that now too. Yeah. But I think what it actually wants me to do is it wants me to do usernames. Which is the same thing. I also think this works. I think negative, doesn't a negative one index work here? No? Okay. Alright, now we need to return a new array containing all the messages. Okay, I can do that. Let's update text.io's profanity detection to make it a little bit more robust. Rather than marking a review as clean or not clean, we need to give it a ranking, which will represent as one of three strings: clean, dirty, filthy. The bad words are dang, shoot, heck. Complete the get clean rank function. Returns an array of words. Review words. Check if your words includes the bad words. Then return the appropriate ranking. If a word contains special characters, it should fool our naive algorithm. Yeah. If I think there are methods now that will help us find overlaps between what we do for word of keywords. If bad word style includes Oh my goodness, I did it again. This is going to be a recurring theme. Should return dirty for oh my heck, I hated it. Dang, shoot, heck. Oops. Complete the get clean messages function to return a new array containing all the clean messages. Messages that don't contain the bad words it accepts. Be sure to make the matching case sensitive. So what's our bad words? Oh, they pass it in. Okay. Okay, for message. Should return a new array containing only the clean messages. Too many languages, man. Too many languages. Okay, so if message includes the bad word, like that. Although I think I could mutate this messages in line and save the allocation, but I don't like mutating things that people pass. But you could also like spread it into here and then mutate the clean messages. But I think this is more straightforward. Slicing arrays. Let's see. Sometimes we need to search through TextIO server logs for a specific word. Complete the split logs function. It searches the logs input for a message containing the slug. When it finds one, it returns an object with 3 properties. If not, just return -1 for the index and empty arrays. Okay, so for log, so if log.includes the slug, I think it's actually lowercase. I think we can do this, can't we? We can do entries, and that gives us the index and the log. And then we'll just make the default case before this, after this. Is needed. And then up here, we'll say return before, after, and I is I. Okay, so then we do slice, and we want to slice before logs.slice. We want to slice from 0 to I, but we want to include I, right? No, we do not want to include I. So up to, but not including. And then logs.slice from I just to the end. Which I guess we could explicitly say is logs.length -1. I don't think we have to put this in there. Logs lower, what? Log.lowercase is not a function. Isn't it, though? Isn't log a string? Yeah, what do you mean it's not a function? Oh, it is 2 lower. I had it right the first time. Okay. Let's see, expected after. Got 1 warning this is the end. All logs after the first log containing this log. All logs before the first log. So are we not supposed to include I at all? What am I not understanding here? Okay, let's print this real quick. Console.log log. Okay, so this is current log and console.log console.log. Okay, so this is the log we were given. Debug info. So I'm guessing the slug is debug in that case. Console.log. Slug. So yeah, we're looking for debug. So we find debug here. So they expect the after to be this. But they're not getting this one. Huh. Oh, because it's not inclusive. That's why. So when I was doing this, we were basically saying take up into the last one, but not including the last one. Gosh dang, man. Off by one errors. So stupid. Can the elements of a const array ever be changed? Yes, they can. The assignment operator can be used to reassign a const array variable. No, this is false. That trips a lot of people up. A lot of people think because you declare stuff as const in JavaScript or TypeScript, they think it's immutable. But it's not really immutable in the way that you would typically think of immutability. The function takes an array of messages as input and returns an object with two properties. The first message in the array, an array containing all remaining messages, if any. If the array is empty, return an object with primary set to undefined. Okay. Guess we could also do this, couldn't we? What the fuck? Primary is not defined. Oh. Oh, shit. Implement the create air function. Okay. Oh god, whoops, I didn't mean to spam that. Expected string to equal object. Oh. Oh man, we're so close. Look at this. We're 2000 XP away. One of call message to the get message, throwing text ID not found. Change the code to safely make the function calls within a try catch block. If an error is raised, print the error message to the console. Okay. Try. Oh, we're not supposed to touch the code below the line. Let's see. Try. Fix the code so that cleanup is logged regardless of any errors that occur. Good morning, Mark. Nice to see you. We're getting close to wrapping up our boot.dev journey. It's a very exciting time around here. Okay, break time. Man, we made a lot of progress there. We were locked in. It was nice to see you, Steven. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. It was nice to see you as well. This day is most exciting on my part. Most of August are all rains. I don't think it's raining here. What is the weather? Let's see. It rained Friday. It's supposed to rain Monday, it looks like here. We've actually had a pretty wet summer considering. Usually it's not, we don't have as much rain, but we got a lot of rain this year. All right, break and then we'll come back and we'll do another push. We're at 6,764 XP. So we're, I don't know, like 1,500 XP, and then we're there. You got cyclones? Where are you based out of? Yeah, that sucks, man. Cyclones sound dangerous and scary. Oh. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Good morning, Winter Wind. Sorry to be the yawn right when you came in. You're in the Philippines? Nice, nice. Well, that's no good, man. You need to get away from the cyclones. All right, time to start. Oh, we can't do that. We have to spread it in. I thought you could convert array to set. Hey, what's up, Block? How are you? Huh. Wonder why that doesn't work. Maybe they're checking for... Oh, you want a new array. That's why. I like the Attack on Titan reference in your tutorial. Which tutorial? Okay. Intersection, difference, union. These are new. I'm surprised they cover these because these are pretty new, I think. The names Berthold, Rainer, and Annie from an anime called... Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, nice. I've been recommended that anime, but I've never watched it. Create a copy of the input phone book. Okay. New phone book. Done. Hey, what's up, Lokia Boo? How are you, man? Good to see you. We already had a coffee break, man. Now we're pushing. We're 1,000 XP away from Archmage status, okay? We're 1,000 XP away. We're so fucking close. This is like 90 days of every day doing this shit. What about second coffee break? Well, we had second coffee break. We've done three coffee breaks at this point. Oh, the phone number's the key. There we go. I'm good. Just at work, scoping out companies that I might want to jump off to. Nice. You know what they say, the best time to look for a job is when you already got a job, so nothing wrong with that. I also think it's just good in general in your career, right? To like, you should keep an eye on the market. You should see what's out there. And every few years, you probably want to go test the market, see what you're worth. Even if you are happy where you are, you know, it's just probably good career hygiene. Keep your interviewing skills fresh. Keep your resume up to date. I love my Lord of the Rings. Yes, Lord of the Rings is a comfort show at our house. We either have Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter kind of playing on a loop on one TV somewhere in the house. I'm trying to convince my kids to read the books. Right now, I'm trying to get my kids to read the Harry Potter books, and then I'm going to try to convince them to read Lord of the Rings. I want them to read the Aragon series. I think they'll eventually see how awesome they all are. I'm hitting 2 years at my current company. Helped it grow, but they're not helping me grow. Yeah, and I think that's I listened to a podcast, Lokia Boo, with
Did we just become best friends?
Links. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Who was it with? Kent Beck. That's who it was, Lokia Boo. Kent Beck just did a podcast with I think it was on the Pragmatic Engineer. Is that who it was with? Yeah, this was a really good interview, but Kent Beck talks about that in this podcast. He talks about how you should always have awareness about, you know, maybe you and the company have grown apart, right? Where your skills have moved beyond what they're willing to pay you for or what they see you as. And you have to have that self-awareness to know, like, when is the time right to move on? Because sometimes it is. You know, it's no fault to anybody else. It's just it's time for the next adventure, so to speak. So I wish you the best. If you start a serious job hunt, man, I'll be rooting for you. Get them to read the Witcher someday. Yeah, I've never read The Witcher. My wife's watched the show. I've never read The Witcher or played the video game. Of course, man. I'm always rooting for people. Onward and upward, right? For each user object in the array, add a key value to the map. Oh no, you should try Polish heritage demands it. My Polish heritage, your Polish heritage. Yeah. No, I've never been down that rabbit hole. I'm currently right now, my current rabbit hole on the nonfiction side, or the fiction side, is the Cosmere. So I'm currently making my way through all of Brandon Sanderson's books. So that's what's been occupying a lot of my reading time. Like that. Let's go, sharpshooter. I love Isaac Asimov stuff. I Am Robot or Foundation, good books. I haven't read the Foundation, and I haven't read I Am Robot. I've seen the movie, never read the book. I've seen the Foundation show, never read the books. So add that to the list of things I haven't seen yet. Hey, Links. Oh, nice. The 5 minutes passed. I don't know why I hadn't subscribed earlier. Well, thank you very much for subscribing. I do apologize for the fact that I have that. I think on YouTube it's 5 minutes and Twitch it's 10 minutes. And I have that mainly just because I'm a 33-year-old dad. I don't need all the trolls up in my chat. I don't need everyone to come into my, you know what I mean? I just want my stream to be like a chill place where like regular normal people can hang out and not be bothered. So I appreciate you dealing with that. Yeah, bots and trolls, exactly. It's the same reason why I have an application on my Discord server. We don't actually, it's not like I'm actually vetting anybody. I just find that like even the littlest, tiniest bit of friction will allow those people to move on to bother somebody else. So I appreciate you dealing with that. The Foundation show is very good. Yes, the Silo shows are also very good, although they're kind of deviating from the books quite a bit. So I actually, what's funny about the Silo series is I watched the first season of Silo, then very next weekend, I read all 3 books in like, it was like a Friday to Sunday. I read all 3 books. It has to be like top 10 series for me. So good. But it's interesting to watch the show sort of. I mean, they are following like the general narrative, but they're starting to deviate in some places a little bit. So it's kind of interesting to see people put their own creative spin on it. And Apple TV also has all the rights to. You thought they were very on point? I think they deviate a little bit, especially the second season. I felt like was a little off. But I guess maybe the seasons don't perfectly line up with the 3 books, right? In terms of their timelines. Yeah. Yeah, I think they deviate a bit. But very good. I mean, both are good though. I have not watched C on Apple TV, so I should add that to my list. I'm very excited because Apple TV has all of, well, not all of them, but they have most of the rights, I think, to Brandon Sanderson's intellectual property. And Brandon Sanderson, I think, has creative control over the productions. So I'm excited to see those shows and movies when they start rolling out. Links, I only really know your content from the times you've made shorts asking a question. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I try to make shorts from clips from my stream. That's where most of my shorts come from. Makes it easy to make content that way. It's one of the nice things about streaming is you just get these large chunks of videos you can slice up. Okay, create a new map. Iterate over the entries in the input map, okay? For entry in, or for entry of broken map. Just key value, right? So what does the map have in it? The intern creating the user map set objects with fname last name properties as keys in our user map instead of string keys. Now we can't look up users. Big problem. Complete the okay. Key. So here's our key. Here's our value. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Cannot read properties of undefined. Cannot read properties. Should restore a sane user map for input. Item of broken map. I don't know why I'm finding this one so hard to reason about, but I can't make sense of the shape of the data in my head right now. I didn't expect, oh. So how do you iterate over a map? Oh, you don't have to call. I see. Key value. Now let's try that. But I don't understand why it's saying cannot read properties of undefined. Cannot read properties of undefined reading entries. I think the cannot read properties is from the test suite, not from you. Is it? Oh, you think it's because I'm not returning anything? Ah, let's try to return the. There you go. You were right. Okay, so let's do. What we want to do is we want to do new map dot set, and we want to set that equal to. The value is correct, but the keys need to be the first name and last name property. So this would be value.fname and value.lname. Thank you very much for that, Lynx. I appreciate that. I don't know why, man, but the shape of that data had my mind all screwed up. Oh, here we go, man. We're so close. We can feel it. Oh, I'm so excited. I've had so much fun doing boot.dev, but I was not expecting to have to grind things that weren't on the. I thought that if I finished the backend developer path, we'd be done. I was not expecting it to require me to just continually grind for XP, but here we are. Okay, what does it want me to do? Update the waiting duration so that text is printed in the following order. Okay, so what's this? How's it print now? Where's text complete coming from? Okay, so you just want me to... Oh no, this should print last. So it wants connecting SMS, that prints first. Configuring message routing. Then setting up air handling. And text complete. There we go. Yeah, in JS basically you can use basically anything as a key in maps, so it can get confusing quite quickly. Yeah, like I mean, I know I do that aspect of it, but like for whatever reason I could not figure out how to visualize that in the console so I could make sense of it. Which is simpler to understand and work with? Probably synchronous code. What kind of code allows multiple processes to run at the same time? Asynchronous code. Async code should be never be used, always be used, only be used for performance reasons, only be used on fast computers. I don't know. I guess the way I think of it is it should be, if anything is IO bound, you probably should consider using asynchronous code. But I guess we'll say, I think the answer is that. You may now call me Archmage Steven. Let's go. All right, that's it, man. I'm not doing any more. That's it. Okay, so when did they send me my letter? Let's fucking go. Dude, that was way more time and effort than I was expecting when I set that goal and I said we were going to do this. I underestimated it completely. All right. We done it. We done it. Let's see. We started. Well, I don't think. I guess we could say we started in April, but we really didn't start doing it every day on stream till May. Yeah. So I'd say 90 days roughly. If we count our first day as in May 19th to the 22nd, it's about 30 days. All right. Do they just, will they, dude, that's awesome. And look, do I have access to the Mage Lounge now? I'm gonna send the most annoying message. Let's see. Let's do. Yeah, let's just do all. Why doesn't it put any... Dude, you gotta put some space in there. Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Okay, what are we gonna do now? I guess I don't know. I guess now we just get to hang out. Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks, Sam. That's so nice of you, man. I know it seems like such a trivial thing, but that's cool that we did it. All right, now we can go back to building our own stuff though now. Lane would be proud of you. Well, he's got my money, so I think I found a way to subscribe. Oh, nice. But you don't have to, Winter Winds. You don't have to do that, man. Okay, so the plan is now that we've done that, the plan is going to be now, I think, to go on a little bit of a deep dive adventure into the app proto world. Bob Knowles probably clapping in the applause in the shadows. He could be. He could be. I think my streams are just too early, and I kind of fell off streaming for a little while there for like a month. I took a break, and then obviously he probably took a break from trying to wake up to watch the streams. But he's out there. He's on the internet somewhere. I see his name sometimes in the Primogen stream, so he's still out there. Why you go so early on a Sunday? Honestly, it's because I kind of prefer to get the streaming done before the family's awake, because I feel like when the family's awake and I'm streaming, it's like I'm ignoring them and missing out on time with them. So I try to just do it before kind of the middle of the day happens. So the mornings are nice that way. Yeah, I usually try to do it early every day, 4:15 to 6:15, 7 o'clock or so, Monday through Sunday. Hey, what's up, Baskin Live? GG's, Steven. I knew there was a reason I woke up half asleep this morning, and it was to witness this. Yes. You may now call me Archmage. I should have bought like a wizard costume or something. That's what I should have done. It's now I can watch as a European. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. I know it works out better. Like I think Sam, you're in the UK, but there's a couple people that usually hang out on stream that are in Australia, and I know it works out good for them because it's typically like towards the evening in their day. So. But for those who live in the United States, it's a little too early, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly, Sam. I should have gotten like a full beard and a staff and everything. That would have been cool. I mean, I guess I still could, because I technically am an Archmage now, so nobody can take that title away from me. Okay, well, um, let's do a little bit of research, a little bit on App Proto. Let's open up Obsidian 2. Let's make a little project around this. What do I want to do with App Proto? So the first thing I want to do is I want to migrate my data to my own personal data server. That's the first thing I want to do, because I think that's the part of App Proto that excites me the most. I like this idea that all of the things that I put on the atmosphere can live in my data, my folder, so to speak. If you want to think of it like a file system, it can live in my folder, and I can take that data and I can go wherever I want with it. But the protocol and the atmosphere itself allows that data to be accessible to anybody else who wants to build with it, right? Yeah, so that's the first thing. Is I'm going to host my own PDS, and then from there, I want to build. The first thing I want to build is there's this website called Stream.place, and this is built on App Proto, or around App Proto. And so what I want to do is I want to build a chat client for Streamplace, and then I want to integrate that chat client into my existing term chat app. So I'll have Twitch, YouTube, and Streamplace chat all in the same place. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing I thought about, or then the second thing I want to do is I want to migrate my blog. Whoops, not my RSS, but I want to migrate my blog so that anytime I publish a blog post, I want it to also publish to my PDS as I think it's called a standard.site document, is the lexicon that people are standardizing around. So this is a shared lexicon, which is how App Proto refers to like official schemas. And so if I publish standard site documents on my PDS, then those standard site documents can be displayed on a lot of different App Proto apps in particular ways, and leveraged in particular ways. So I'm gonna do that, and then I guess wherever it leads me, wherever all the shenanigans go from there. So I was gonna make a little. Why do I have a bunch of different sidebars? I never really got the hype behind App Proto. So the blog post that got me the most excited about it was Dan Abramov's A Social File System. Social File System, Dan Abramov. But it's just a decentralized way to do social, right? Right? More like email, right? Decentralized, federated, so that if you like doing stuff on Blue Sky, great. If you don't like Blue Sky and you want to pick up and move somewhere else, you can, and all your data follows you, right? You don't have to be locked into a platform. Like imagine you had a place where you could upload all your videos, and then if you decided, oh, I don't want to be there, I want to be somewhere else, you can just port to the other place and all your shit comes with you. Which doesn't really exist today on any social platform. I don't understand why does this look this way? Why does Obsidian look this way? I've never seen this before. Did I do something to break? I don't know how to fix that. Okay, this is gonna bother me if I can't figure this out. Maybe I just reinstall it. So it's kind of a distributed file system designed for storing interactions, post likes as files. Yeah, it's actually, I think most of it's communicated as JSON. And I don't know what the actual PDS implementation is. The PDS implementation is open source though. So I'm not exactly sure what the underlying like backing stores are and everything. But yeah, you can basically think of it as like your data is yours. It lives in your PDS, and you can take it wherever you want. But you can honestly post anything. Like it doesn't have to necessarily be posts, likes. It can be blog posts, podcasts, really anything. You can define your lexicon, right? And so it's really up to you. And they just actually, for the longest time, it could only do public data. Like everything that's published on AppProto is public. But they just recently introduced the alpha for permission data. So if you wanted to have like subscriber only type of experiences, they just released the alpha version of that. So I'm guessing that's going to change a lot over the next few months. But I just like the idea of not being tied in to any one platform a lot. Yeah, that's what the schema stuff was for. Yeah. I mean, and they're not the only one doing it too. There's Activity Pub, which is what Mastodon's built on, and what Threads, the Instagram or Facebook product, that's what they are built on too. So there's other implementations or approaches to this. I think Activity Pub, AppProto, and I think there's a third one out there that's kind of relatively popular. But I use Blue Sky a lot myself, so I've been reading a lot about that and kind of been most interested in that. There doesn't seem to be as much activity around Activity Pub. Like on the App Protocol network, they have a Git hosting service that is built around AppProto. They've got a bunch of different newsletter apps. It just seems like there's more people building on that protocol than Activity Pub, from what I see. Do you have an idea how reliable PDS needs to be? Should it be a high uptime server, or does anything that is online most of the time work? Yeah, I think anything that's online is fine. I mean, it's your data, right? So like if it goes down, it just means probably people won't be able to see what you have. But the nice thing is it's decentralized, so your data gets replicated throughout the network, right? So there's something called, I think it's called Jetstream, right? So basically you can kind of think of it like when you publish data onto the app protocol, events are emitted and other application and other people can listen for those events, and then they can respond and react to those events and also sync those things down into their own apps. And then you can also listen. So you can have an application that listens to anything that's happening on the atmosphere and react to it in real time. I think you can even, like, if you wanted to, you could dump the whole network, into a SQLite database on your local machine if you wanted to, which is kind of cool. Obviously, take everything I'm saying with like little grains of salt because I'm really new to all this, and my intention is to just learn more and get a better understanding of it all by actually using it and trying to build on it. We need a folder. New folder. App proto. New note. Okay, so things to do. So I know, what's the first thing? Migrate PDS from Blue Sky to self-hosted VPS. That's the first thing we're gonna do. Then build a chat client that can respond, or no, that can receive chat messages from my stream on stream.place. Can receive chat from and send chat messages to. What else? We want to do allow posts published on blog.stephenfreeborn.com to be published as standard.site documents on my PDS. And then from there, I don't know what we'll do after that, but that's definitely the three things I know I want to do to start with. So let's do PDS migration. All right, so what do we need to know to make this happen? I think people have written some blog posts about this. So here's a self-hosting guide. But see, I actually need a migration guide. Okay, so that's the docs. I need Blue Sky migration. PDS migration. I feel like I saw like some official docs for this. At Proto Docs. Oh, and this is a cool website because it allows you to explore. So like you can do your handle, right? And then it allows you to explore everything you have on the protocol. So you can see like, here's all my different documents. And then you can download, right? You can look at the different media that you've uploaded. So again, it's all public data. Everyone's data is public on the app Proto. Well, until now that they introduced the permission thing. So you can see all this, and you can see it for everybody. And so this is then, you can listen for events. So like here, you can see this is the event from Streamplace coming through. And let's see, can we not filter? How do we avoid I guess this doesn't have a way that I can any event. I think it's super cool. We gotta go to the docs. Oh, let's see. Migration. There we go. This document complements the account hosting specification, which gives a high-level overview. If you're looking to migrate an account to a new PDS using existing tools, we recommend migrating PDS account with Goat. So this is a blog post somebody wrote. Also, sorry for the flashbang. So annoying. There we go. Yeah, it's very I think it's legit, man. I think it's very cool. I think it could be maybe something that makes the internet great again, you know? I know people make fun of Blue Sky a lot. Like I know people hate on Blue Sky quite a bit because it is a little bit politically on the left of the spectrum quite a bit, and it was a lot of people who were kind of angry and reactionary against what was going on at Twitter. But I think the technology is very exciting. The idea, the primitives, all that stuff is very cool. Okay. Now let's go ahead and start reading this blog post to try to understand what we need to do. Okay. Account migration is an important feature of App Proto. Has been possible in the live network since February, but still a bit scary. The basic migration steps are: establish a deactivated account on the new PDS, migrate your content, update your identity, then swap your active and deactivated accounts. For a longer description of App Proto account migration, including a helpful diagram, see the original write-up. Account migration is potentially destructive. Part of the operation involves signing away your old PDS's ability to make updates. If something goes wrong, you could be permanently locked out of your account, and Blue Sky will not be able to help you recover it. Okay, so we're doing something dangerous. Therefore, we do not recommend migrating your primary account yet, and we specifically recommend against migrating your main account if you do not understand how PLC operations work. Okay. All right, so let's look at this. So client, which would be me. The old PDS is on Blue Sky. We migrate all the data. Okay. Okay. This is the part that is the scariest part, I think, is updating the identity. I think if you were just starting net new, there's nothing that scary about this, but I think the scary part is trying to migrate my current handle, which is at StephenFreeborn.com, to my own. After migrating, you should be good to start using the app as normal. You need to log out, log back in through your new PDS. Okay. So I don't think I actually have to write this code myself. I think that's what they have a tool called Goat that will do the migration. Okay, as some background context, the Blue Sky App Proto services have been fully federated since early 2024. This feature is no longer beta and there are no significant restrictions. There are abuse prevention rate limits on how fast accounts and content will be ingested from new PDS by the Blue Sky Relay, but we are happy to raise them on request. There is no prior registration required and there is no 10 account limit. One restriction that is still in place is that accounts cannot fully migrate inbound to the Blue Sky PDS hosts. The identity aspect of migration might work for returning accounts, but the import repo endpoint is not allowed. This is purely an operational issue where PDS worker processes currently hang. Okay. Yeah, okay, this shouldn't be an issue for me. If the old PDS is online and the old account is active and the DID is a DID PLC, then migration is quite simple. Okay, I guess I should probably check to see if that's a thing. Oh, I gotta update the doing. Where were we? There we go. All right, there it is. Okay, so it does have PLC in it. Okay, cool. The migration is quite simple, with Goat facilitating most steps with a single command. Ahead of time, you should collect the following information. Roger that. What do we need? We need account ID. We need the old handle. We need old password. A new PDS host. We need new PDS service EID. Invite code for new PDS. Desired new PDS handle credentials. The current flow assumes that you get a new local handle on the new PDS. If you have a custom domain handle, you can update to that after the rest of the migration process is complete. Okay, so I'll need to come up with a new handle. That's fine. Or do I mean, maybe I just want to start with a new handle. I don't, you know. So this will be new handle, new email, new password. So I've got quite a few things I need to collect here. Don't forget to run all things that touch your passwords off stream. Yes, this is, yeah, you don't want to leak. Hey, what's up, Melty? Want to check out the experiment? What experiment? What are you experimenting with over there? GitHub Melty. What is it? Which one is it? Hey, what's up, Justin? Good morning, man. Wanted to stop by, say hi, but I won't be sticking around today, sadly. Good luck on the ground, my friend. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we finally reached Archmage status, so you may refer to me as Archmage Steven now, if you'd so care to. Appreciate you stopping by, man. That's very kind of you. Okay, log into your existing account using Goat. Okay, identity updates are a sensitive operation requiring a 2FA email token, so you need to request that token. Okay, then you'll run the all-in-one command. If all goes well, a new account will be created and account will be migrated. Identity and account status will be synchronized. Log lines will indicate progress. You'll want to log out of all clients, including Goat, and log back in. If something goes wrong at the account creation step, it may be possible to rerun the entire command. If something fails after that, it may be necessary to complete the process manually using the steps below. Okay, so really, the happy path of this should be very straightforward. But as we know with all things technical, not all things take the happy path quite often. All right. So I guess the first things first is we need to get the thing set up. So where is informate that this is our info migration info. References. Now we need to figure out PDS implementations. I think there's a couple different implementations of the PDS. Blue Sky PDS implementations. There's one that Blue Sky's done, and then there's a few others. IPv4 address, public DNS domain, public inbound internet access. Yep, I have all that. Note that this script assumes a relatively fresh VPS that's not also concurrently hosting a web server or anything else on port 8443. If you intend to run a PDS alongside an existing web server, you will not want to use this. Yeah, I'm not going to want to use that. I want to run it in Docker is what I want to do. These docs look a little dated, honestly. Let's see, Blue Sky, PDS, Docker. App Proto Docs. There we go, deploying. There we go. There's some other implementation. So there's Tranquil, there's Cocoon. And this is their PDS. So this is one. This is Blue Sky's implementation. I'm going to take a look at each one, I think, before I decide which one I'm going to use. So this is the Blue Sky PDS. And then there's this one, which is called Cocoon. Not a bad name. Is the terminal chat cutting off the URL? I sent it in the inlay. Oh, it probably is, yeah. Inlaid, sorry. Yep, inlaid. Okay. But it's showing on my stream like it's just my profile. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, the inlay just cut off. But that's the experiment you're talking about? Oh, that's the webcam thing. For sure, I'll check that out. Most definitely. Why you do with Blue Sky, or what you do with Blue Sky? Blue Sky really just posts stuff there, but the underlying protocol that Blue Sky's built on is very interesting to me. So I'm gonna try to work with it a bit myself. I like the idea of a open social web. I don't know if it'll work for your webcam. It's only been tested on my machine, but it should. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. No worries at all. And this is the Rust one. This is called what? Tranquil. Okay. So, what is unique about this? Tame has a full extension for SB and Blue Sky. What is SB StreamerBot? Is that what that is? StreamerBot and Blue Sky. What does the extension do? Anything cool? StreamerBot.
Did we just become best friends?
Hey, Vasilios. Thanks for subscribing, man. That's very kind of you. Auto post your Blue Sky. Set your live status on there. Oh, very cool. Blue Sky extension. Yeah, I'm using a website called, I'm streaming to a website called Streamplace that auto sets my status to live whenever I'm live. So that's probably taken care of for me. But maybe it would, so this Streamplace has its own separate chat. And so what I want to do is I want to move this chat, I want to move this Streamplace chat into term chat. So I'm going to build a client for that. But it would be really cool if I could get StreamerBot to work, which I guess I could. Since I can write C#, I can basically get StreamerBot to do anything. But I would really like commands and stuff, because I use StreamerBot for all my commands and timers and whatnot. So it'd really be cool if StreamerBot could talk to stream.place as well, which is a little different than Blue Sky. You know, but it's the same network, so it should be possible to do. But I'm just beginning my journey. All of Tomway's stuff is in C# as well, so it's going to be pretty native for you. Oh, very cool. Tomway.xyz. Tomay.xyz. I love this thumbnail here. Let's see. There you go. So it's a Blue Sky integration for StreamerBot. Creates posts, update your profile, announce that you're live on Twitch, and more. Very cool. Man, there's kind of like a whole ecosystem built up around StreamerBot, huh, Melty? Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I think you were the one that introduced me to StreamerBot, but it's amazing to see how much of an ecosystem exists around this awesome kick-ass piece of software that's also free to use, which I honestly can't believe. I can't believe it's a free piece of software. It's kind of like Image, the photo cloud service that you can self-host. I can't believe that that's free software. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that makes sense. The extensibility of StreamerBot's crazy. It really is, man. It's actually unbelievable. That's how I got the so I have a custom donations website that I built, and that's how I got it to communicate so it would show messages on stream. Was I have this running on a server. That server can access the computer that I'm on now and make requests to it. So I have it make a request from the application to StreamerBot that's running locally to emit an alert and text to speech and everything. Yeah, it's crazy how extensible and useful that it is, and that's why like I can't believe it's free, because I know somebody could have built like a big ass business selling that software probably. And the fact that he just developed, I forget who the guy's name is. We donated I think $10 to his Buy Me a Coffee one time. Nate, yeah, I honestly just can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's awesome, man. I think it'd be really cool for you to build a whole business around making stuff for streamers. Okay, this seems like you have to have a separate database running. I don't know how I feel about that. Did I reach level 100? I did, man, I did. I am level 100, bruh. Is out here, you know? Is out here doing Archmage things, you know? Yeah, let's go, yeah. Yeah, so we accomplished that goal. It was way more effort than I thought it was going to be, honestly. If you already have Postgres running on the host, you can just run the app container. Run with host networking so it can reach Postgres. I don't know if this implementation seems really cool, but I really don't know if I want to have to deal with a separate running database. And I don't think this requires that. But I want a Dockerized image. Okay, let's look at Cocoon a little bit. How's it feel to be a snake? Gonna add Python to your channel tags? I guess. Probably not. I mean, it's one of those things that, like, I know Python, but, like, I honestly just try to really avoid it, you know? This one's out. It's highly experimental and is not ready for production use. I'm still not responsible if things go awry, particularly during account migration. Please use caution. Okay, I guess that's out. I guess we'll just stick with the Blue Sky one. So does Blue Sky have a Docker version of this? Okay, the official Blue Sky documentation is a little thin. In addition, the installation instructions make several assumptions that don't quite match my setup. This repository contains a Docker file that you can use to get a Blue Sky PDS up and running. The container includes a PDS admin command. Once it's up running, you can log in to create a Blue Sky account. Where can I use this? All right, so they don't publish. It doesn't look like they publish a. That it makes sense to download the latest sub-command implementations from the internet every time the PDS is run. Frankly, I don't really know what's going on here, but I don't want it. Okay. All right, there's a lot of, I kind of feel like maybe I should take a run at this, like a trial run that doesn't involve a migration first, just to see if I can get the PDS up and running. Then once I feel comfortable getting the PDS up and running and working, then do the account migration after. Howdy, question. When I subscribed on YouTube, you got an alert. How? We're using StreamerBot. Yeah, StreamerBot is how we're doing the alerts and stuff. There's also, I think, cloud-based solutions out there that you can use. And like I'm using Meld Studio to stream, and I think even Meld Studio has some integrations that would allow you to do stuff like that. But I use a piece of software called StreamerBot to do all my alerts and text to speech and all that kind of stuff, commands and whatnot. But there's Stream Elements is a website you could look into. Streamlabs also has, I think, that functionality. There's lots of different tools that you can use to do it. I think this might be a little dated. December, yeah, this is 2 years old. Well, we don't want to use that documentation. I'm surprised they don't have a Docker version of this. Honestly. I am reading this chat, P. Singletary. I apologize. I wasn't reading it the other day, but I am reading it now. The other day I did not have it pulled up on my screen. Eventually, I'm going to move that chat into my terminal chat app, but I haven't. I'm just starting my journey down the app proto rabbit hole. So once I get a little further down, we're gonna make a chat client for stream.place. It says it contains container images, but I don't see that. So you need good docs for setting up PDS. Yeah, that's my goal. So that's my first thing. My first thing is I'm currently hosted on Blue Sky, and I want to migrate to my own PDS, but I want to do it in a Docker container, if you know anything about that. I don't see any existing... Oh, here we go. Compose.yaml. They have it here. Okay, so they're using Caddy. Oh, there it is. That's their image right there. And then they have an env file. What's Watchtower? I'm not familiar with that. Watchtower. I was about to say going to production. Oh yeah, okay, so I have that link. Cool. So I'm looking at the right stuff. I appreciate that, Pete Singletary. That is very helpful. I don't know what this is. What is Nicholas Fedor Watchtower? With Watchtower, you can update the running version of your containerized app simply by pushing a new image to the Docker Hub on your own image registry. Ah, interesting. Watchtower will pull down your new image, gracefully shut down your existing container, and restart it with the same options. Now that's cool. I could put that to use in a bunch of different things that I've deployed. That's very cool. Did not know this existed. Hey, what's up, Atul? How are you? I'm doing good. My day has been very good. We got to Archmage status on boot.dev, and now we're kind of doing some preliminary research for the next project, which is, well, I guess I shouldn't say next project, but we're going to try to take a kind of a deep dive down the app proto rabbit hole. And the first thing I'm going to do is migrate my personal data server from Blue Sky hosting to my own server. That's the first thing we're going to do. Yeah. Depending on how deep you want to go, you'll want to read pds.dad notes. Okay. PDS. I would love to go down a deep rabbit hole. PDS.dad. Bailey Townsend. Oops. Hey, Vic Walker, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the stream. You're like the second or third person that I've ever chatted with. He actually gave a workshop yesterday talking about PDF. Did he really? That's awesome. Everything you always wanted to know about my... This is perfect. This is like perfect timing. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Singletary, for being so helpful. That's very kind. Tool, I don't remember you totally off the top of my head, but I hope you're doing well. His handle says it all. He's the father of all PDSs. Very cool. Well, then I have some reading to do. There are no dumb questions. I like that. Yeah, your account can be recreated on any PDS that you have access to creating accounts on. You don't need a previous PDS turned on to create a new account elsewhere. Yeah, I love this. You used to ask about game dev C#. I still do a lot of C#. I don't really do much game dev, but I love C#. Yeah, I want to host my own. That's a rough outline of a normal migration process. Create a new account, migrate over your data, sign the papers. Change, okay. I guess I just need to try to run a PDS first. That's the first thing I need to do. I think he did these diagrams in Excalidraw, which I fuck with. I'm just glad you noticed this chat. I typically don't subscribe, follow streams to chat. Yeah, the getting used to stream.place being a chat I have, that's been something new to get used to. But I'm trying to do what I can to support tools and applications that are built on App Proto, because I really like the, I guess, ideal behind it. This idea that you can kind of take your data with you, you know, and own your data and repurpose it and have it available wherever you want it to be available is really cool.
I'd like to say something. Console. Right line, hello world.
Hello, Winterwind. Thanks for the message, man. I almost forgot Airglow is not running. Gotta save the URL the old-fashioned way. Okay, migrating your data. Okay. I wish I would have been here for that. I wish I would have seen this presentation. Excuse me. Between Vic and I, you got almost 5 years of deep app proto knowledge. Okay, well, I'll have to track you guys down whenever I get up the courage to actually do the... I'm gonna try to do it on stream. I don't think I'm gonna do it today, but I think starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try to work on all this stuff on stream. But I appreciate you guys sharing all these resources with me. Super, super helpful. Okay, I'm gonna bookmark this thing so I can come back to it in the future if I need to. What hard topic in C# would you recommend to learn? I'm out of ideas. What hard topic in C#? there's I don't know if it's a topic, but there's some really good YouTube talks out there by Stephen Taub or Stephen Tobe, sorry. Um, he's done a bunch of these things called deep.net with Scott Hanselman. And if you don't know who Stephen Taub is, he's kind of like one of the lead engineers on the .NET team. But he's done a bunch of ones like on Span was really good. He did one where they did a deep dive on Task, which was really good. Parallel programming right here. This whole playlist is super, super good. Oh, you've seen those videos? Okay. Yeah, they're very good. You're going to launch your game soon? Very cool, man. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Unless you want to code your own PDS implementation. No, I do not want to code my own PDS implementation. I just want to use someone else's. He forked Excalidraw? That's cool. I love Excalidraw. But now his version is called Lexadraw? Interesting. Here's PDS's leaflet blog about App Proto. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Atmosphere. I love that. I've got a lot of reading to do. A lot of learning. I even have a list of PDS implementations, though not all are stable enough yet to use. I looked at the three I looked at were Tranquil, Cocoon, and the Blue Sky. Those were the three I have right now. And I was just going to roll with the Blue Sky implementation was my plan. PDS. Oh, wow. 31? Holy crap. There's 31 different implementations. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, FE911? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Do you want to try it when I launch? I can send you a Steam key if you want. I'll be happy to try it. I'm not much of a Steam gamer or PC gamer myself, but I'll be happy to try it. Recently found an alternative to Excalidraw the other day. TL Draw from a follower. Very cool, very cool. Tranquil is very cool, but you can find some surprise bugs. Blue Sky is more safe. Okay, I'll stick with the vanilla Blue Sky implementation, and we'll see how far I get with that one. I was reading about the .NET 11 previews and how they're optimizing async. They're pushing state machines lower down the stack, moving away from high-level C# object allocations toward JIT and assembly level optimization. Super impressed with where they're taking this. I'm always super impressed with the when I read the performance blog posts every year. I'm like, do I even really know anything about computers or software engineering or coding at all? those guys make me feel like an imposter for sure, man. It's very impressive. All right, well, I think I have some homework to do. I'm going to do a little bit of reading tonight, or today and tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll start on trying to get this PDS set up. And hopefully that won't take too long, and then we can migrate my account, and then we can start working on I want to build a chat client for Streamplace, and that'll be the next thing we do. But with that, I think I'm going to leave you guys. We're officially boot.dev, Archmage status. That goal has been accomplished. I'll let you know if I ever get my coin or my letter from them. Vic and P Singletary, thank you both for all your help with the app proto stuff. I appreciate you guys chatting with me over there on stream.place. You guys are only the second and third people I've ever chatted with over there, so that's cool to see. Appreciate you stopping by and appreciate all your help. All right. Oh, sorry, Bradley. Bad timing. See ya, Tool. Have a good day. See you, Bradley. See you, Larzanya. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you very much, P Singletary. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Do you Workspace Edge? I do not use Workspace. I just typically just use a single profile on Edge. Yeah. Single profile and single workspace. Am I on Instagram? Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I don't post there that much. I'm not terribly active, but I'm there. Yeah. Alrighty, chat. I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Bye. See you guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out.